Striegel from Talking Metal, and I'm joined on the line here by John Astronomy and also Ethan Death from Kill Cheerleader. Ethan, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, Ethan, how's it going, man? It's John.
Good, man.
Well, I got to tell you, Ethan, James Wright sent me over a copy of your CD, and it's awesome. It's great, and I have to say that I don't know a heck of a lot about Kill Cheerleader, except that the music is awesome.
Right on, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, and I mean, the first time I heard about you guys was rather recently when I was cruising Blabbermouth and saw a headline that Lemmy was calling Kill Cheerleader the best band since Guns N' Roses, which I thought was a pretty heavy statement coming from a pretty heavy guy. So where did you guys meet Lemmy?
We played an after party for a Motorhead show, and Lemmy showed up and saw us playing, and then he asked us to open for him in the UK.
That's great. And I saw on your site that Nikki Sixx also said you were one of the best new bands out. And I remember the last time I read that Nikki said that it was about a great band called Raging Slab. And I love those guys, and I trust Nikki's judgment. So, you know, what a cool thing to have both Lemmy and Nikki Sixx saying these great things about you guys.
Yeah, it gave me goosebumps on my eyeballs.
Cool. Did you actually meet Nikki Sixx, or he just heard you guys somewhere else?
Well, because he said that when he was doing this DJ tour where he was just like going to clubs and DJing songs. When he was in Toronto, he asked us to come by, so we ended up hanging out with him.
Seemed like a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Cool.
And yeah, Lemmy also invited us to hang out with him at a strip joint one time.
That's great. Now, you guys are originally from Toronto, I believe, but you were in LA for a while.
Yeah, we had to move to LA because we got banned from all the main clubs in Toronto for different reasons.
Well, like what are some of those reasons?
Well, one time we lit a mannequin on fire, and basically it happened soon after that Great White incident in New York City.
Right.
Wow.
So everyone panicked and thought that they were going to die.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've done that like 200 times
Man.
in Toronto. But just because it was the show after the Great White incident, people just went crazy and like were like stepping over each other to leave the club.
Wow.
And we're not talking about our fans. We're talking about like industry people that came to the show. You know,
Right.
like older people. So we got banned from that club, and then another club, they wouldn't let us play because we were a little late for the show because we had just opened up for Joan Jett. We were double booked that night, and we had to bring all our gear from the Joan Jett show to like another club. So we got there like 10 minutes late, which is like a miracle, right?
Right.
We get there and the guy's not going to let us play because we disrespected him for booking twice on that night.
Wow, gee.
And we were like, we'd rather be watching Joan Jett right now, but we came here for money. You're supposed to pay us to give us our money. And he wouldn't give it to us, so we smashed the glass front door of the club.
Nice.
And we're banned from that place. I can go on like another.
Right.
That's amazing, man.
Go on and on here, huh?
Another club, I kicked over a mic stand, and the sound guy from the back of the room like ran up to the stage and attacked me and threw me into a wall, and we had a fight on stage because I kicked over a mic stand.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
And he was like swearing the whole time. He was like, "Don't touch my fucking microphones." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
That's great.
Did you guys like have to find a whole new following and stuff when you went out to LA? I'm assuming you probably did.
Yeah, but it was actually pretty easy because we had the support of this popular group of skateboarders called Hellrose.
Cool.
They were already fans of the band, and when they heard that we were coming, they got everyone like out to the shows, and like they were putting out a good word for us.
Cool, sweet.
Very cool.
What kind of music did you guys grow up listening to?
We grew up listening to everything, like Guns N' Roses and Maiden, and whatever like the pop stations were playing.
Right.
When you're too young to know what's good, and you just listen to whatever they play you on the radio.
I also hear like besides bands Guns N' Roses and Maiden and maybe even early Motley Crue. I hear like a lot of punk influences in your music. I mean, were you into the punk rock scene?
Yeah, I was really blown away by what the Sex Pistols accomplished.
Sure.
And the Ramones, just by like introducing this new style of music. So yeah, really respect that music.
Have you had a chance to see the Ramones play live at all?
No, I was too young.
Wow. Yeah, I just did a gig about a year ago, and Marky played drums with me, so that was like an honor for me. And I never had a chance to see the Ramones, though, either. So,
now that you mentioned that, I did see the remains of the Ramones, which was like 2 members and a girl playing Ramones songs.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
I think I remember the remains was Marky. It was like Marky and Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I did see that because I think they put out an album.
Yeah.
They did. I think it's like a live record or something.
Right. Where did you see that show?
In Toronto.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when did Kill Cheerleader form? How many years have you guys been at this?
I was looking for people in 1999. Finally found the 2 guitar players. Didn't find a drummer until 2000. So once we found a drummer, we were like so happy that we finally found someone. We just like instantly recorded our first demo without ever playing a show. And then we played our first show a few weeks later and instantly hated the demo because it didn't sound like what we were live. But yeah, that demo ended up selling like 8,000 copies.
Man, wow, that's amazing. That's great.
Where did you sell it? Was it just at shows, or was that online and stuff?
Off the stage and online.
Right.
Which is really funny because like so many people bought it, but we really, really hate it, and we don't want people to buy it. Because, like I said, it was recorded before ever playing live. We really don't like it.
Wow.
Well, the record sounds great. And where's the best place to buy the official newer release?
Yeah,
the demo.
All Hail should be in Best Buys across America. It's in HMVs across Canada, and online you can get it at spinerazor.com, which is the label putting it out in Canada. It's not out in the rest of the world yet, but we're working on that.
Cool. And what plans do you have as far as touring?
We're going to be doing a tour of California next week. We're hitting like LA, San Diego, San Marcos, hopefully Portland. Yeah, that's all we got right now.
Cool. Well, we'd love to check you guys out when you come through the New York area for sure.
Sweet.
Any plans for a New York show?
No, not right now.
No. Okay.
Yeah, definitely let us know if you guys are going to be in the East Coast. And there's a lot of cool places in New York, and I think you guys would fit in real well out here.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I'll let you guys know.
Cool.
What other bands are you currently listening to, like more recent bands now?
Recent bands, we like a band called Goathorn. They're our friends only because we respect each other's bands so much.
Right.
So now we've become friends through liking each other's music.
Cool.
And the Hounds of Hell out of Rochester, same deal. We like each other's bands, and now we're pals.
How far is Rochester from Toronto? Mark and I were just talking about Rochester today.
Like 3.5 hours or something.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, there's other bands, like Die Mannequin, Crystal Castles. Can't really think right now.
Is there a music scene right now going on in Toronto, like a cool scene, or do you really have to travel away from Toronto for cool stuff?
I don't know about scenes. I don't think there's a scene at all. When we play, it's like a party. We know everyone because they've been coming to all our shows, so we've been drinking with them. So it's really just a party right now in Toronto.
That's great. Now, did you guys move the whole band from LA back to Toronto now that you guys are signed?
Well, we ran out of money after being there for so long, so we came back home to think of a new plan.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are doing great. The new record out on Spine Razor is great. You've got some real heavyweights in the music business and great bands talking about how cool you guys are. So I really think you guys, whatever you did it right, and the album is great, and it sounds like you guys have a big future ahead of you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to tell all our listeners to check out Kill Cheerleader. I mean, I feel, after listening to the record, that you guys are bound to just explode, and I wish you all the luck.
Right on.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
And we'll get right into